How's it going, guys? I'm Bastians Goofy. I'm going to simplify things for you. So The Big Short is based on what actually happened in 2008 when the housing market crashed. I'm going to give it to you straight because people seem to forget. So let me show you a little glimpse into what happened.
Listen, open the darn Fed. He has no idea how bad it is out there. He has no idea. He has no idea.
Kramer.
I have talked to the heads of almost every single one of these firms in the last 72 hours, and he has no idea what it's like out there. None! And Bill Poole has no idea what it's like out there. My people have been in this game for 25 years, and they are losing their jobs, and these firms are going to go out of business, and he's nuts. They're nuts. They know nothing.
So let's get to know how this even started. So this all began because of a mortgage-backed security. Now, a mortgage-backed security is simply this. A bank gives out loans. Now, we all understand when a bank gives out a loan, that means the people who took the loan, the homeowner, has to pay the bank every month for the bill. Now, the banks worry because they have some exposure or risk, because what happens when the homeowner who asked for the loan doesn't pay for the house? Well, that simply means they go into default. The homeowner goes into default. And all default means is that they can't pay for the house or whatever they borrowed money on. Now, to the bank, that's a loss of money and a bad deal. So what do they do with all these bad deals? Well, they put it into what they call a tranche. Now, if you see this blue circle right here with AA, AAA, triple B, that's a tranche. It's a bunch of the same kind of loans that are crappy deals. People who didn't pay for their bills, people who couldn't be able to pay for them, and they're just trash deals that nobody wants. Now, you must understand this. No matter if the company or all the businesses we have for this country makes a good deal or a bad deal, they could always default and get out of business without paying all the creditors. Now, why is that a problem? Well, to make it real simple, if every business does that, makes a bad deal, they all default. They all get bailed out. Someone has to pay. And that leaves always the citizens to pay for the problems and corruption of the companies that made bad deals. But hold on. You're probably going to stop me and tell me, hey, that's not real life. That's all made up. We have standards. We have rules. Like the Standard & Poor's risk measuring system, which directly tells us how much risk we're taking in any company. It has to say the truth. If it's a AAA, which is the highest rating and less risk, then of course we'll all be safe. There's no way we can mistakenly have a crash because we have a AAA rating. Well, that's where you're wrong. So remember when I was talking about those tranches? The crappiest deals and mortgages that people can't even afford or pay for? Well, since the banks were incentivized to make so much more money and got greedy, they started calling these AAAs and triple Bs because they were diversified, meaning there were so many mortgages and different deals, even though they were all bad, they were called diverse. When all that meant was, you just got a bunch of different crappy deals. That doesn't make it better. That doesn't make it AAA. That doesn't make a good deal. But they sold it anyways to the public and to everyone who could buy it. They sold it to everyone, even people who didn't have any income or people that were being helped by the government. They sold it to people who would absolutely not pay the mortgage. So imagine the whole world had a house. They had a house. Eventually, after 30 days, they would never pay. That's why we got into a crash. There was millions of people couldn't even afford a house, but people got greedy and they wanted to give out loans so they can get more money, even if they effed everyone. Come on, everyone. This is basic knowledge. Let me change it up for you. Let me make it simple. You ever worked anywhere? You ever had stuff? Maybe you worked at a restaurant, extra food at the house, and all the leftovers, and everybody knew they were leftovers, and they didn't want it. Well, are you going to waste food and throw it away? No. So what do? You probably cut it up, chop it up, make it look different, put a different label on it, and then add it to the soup tomorrow. And you say it's brand new. It's good meat. Well, that's what the banks did. They were level C rating of risk. High risk, low returns. And they just put a stamp on it and said it was AAA, 90% returns, and very low risks, when it was actually leftover chicken. When it was actually crappy deals, level C, the trashiest ones that you don't want, with the high risk and low returns. Let me help you out right here. When somebody starts moving their fucking mouth, you know they're fucking lying. You better do your homework in this world. You better do your homework. And let me give you some more advice. I don't give a fuck who tells me what. I gotta do my own research before I make any deal. I must be educated before I make any deals. And I suggest you do the same. I'm Bastians Goofy. And if there's anything I gotta say, you better save money, have securities, have insurance, have guns to protect yourself, and always pay everything with cash so nobody's playing with you. Hopefully I taught y'all something. Hopefully I can help some of y'all. Again, I'm Bastians Goofy. I'm here to serve. Thank y'all. Have a nice day.